Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 British cruiser, Edinburgh. She has 36,400 health, a top speed of 34.1 knots, 12 152mm guns, 6 torpedoes, a surface detect of 9 kilometers, and 67 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, basic survivability, faster torpedo rearm, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We are on the map Hotspot, and yes, this is the Tier 8. I'm working my way up the British cruiser line, trying to gauge how to play it. I'm going to give you my impressions of the ship. It plays a lot like the Tier 7, the Tier 6, the Tier 5. They feel great if you play them the correct way, which is making use of your smoke, not showing too much of your side, because let's face it, these guys have no armor, and battleships love cruisers that have no armor. You will also notice that there are very few destroyers. In fact, the 2 destroyers on my team spawned on the east side of the map. So I'm going to be a really bad solution for a destroyer on this flank. I'm going to try and move in, and yes, of course, the enemy team. Now, granted, they don't have the best solution for a destroyer either. The Tashkent, while it can be really effective, is not a very good destroyer in the truest sense. Concealment's really bad, torpedo range, not okay. It also has to deal with being rather large. So objective play is going to be a challenge. I'm basically the exact same ship. And he is detected. Not by me, of course. It looks like maybe the pink ship on my flank is detecting him. It's nice to not have to use hydroacoustic, which could be a solution. I'm engaging a naked Izimo, and we're just trying to do damage, free damage. We're behind an island. He's behind an island. I can't see, and what the heck is this guy doing? Is he doing what I think he's doing? He's pushing into the point. We only do 11,000 with one salvo. And he died to a torpedo. I don't know what the Tashkent wanted to do there, but hopefully he never does it ever again, because that was not what you do. If you're in a scenario where the capture point is in the process of being captured by both sides, so nobody's making progress, you don't go out into the open and try to engage them, especially outside of smoke. Even inside of the smoke, there are so many ships that can counter it. You have to be very protective of yourself. Wait until those battleships can really work them down. Spot from range, or be careful. Just bail out. He should have just bailed out on A, given it to my team, and tried to take maybe B point for his team. Now, and really now, the enemy team has 0 destroyers. Absolute 0. They can't play the objective. There is nobody on their team that is really designed to control the objective for them. Now, I captured the base, obviously. There is smoke residue from the Tashkent, and I would like to make use of it. I can sort of engage the Izmo behind the island. He's sort of backing up. The angle isn't ideal for my AP shells. I'm probably not going to do a lot. I can't send my torpedoes. The island's blocking it. But we have a 2-base to 0 advantage over the enemy. It seems pretty good. Enemy Arpeggio Takao is trying to take B point, and every enemy that I perceive happens to be behind an island. He cannot engage me. The battleship behind me, the cruisers on the left flank, they can't see me. They can't engage me. So this is sort of a free shot in my mind. I could use smoke, but I don't have to. Yes, I'm detected, but even then, I move behind an island. 3,000 is pretty good. Now, I do recognize that Izimo is indeed moving forward, and I think, yep, enemy Neptune. Okay, this is the Tier 9 variant of the British cruiser line. It's basically just a better version of this. The last couple of lines, the German destroyers and the British cruisers, they've really just felt like improvements, one after the other. Just slightly better at everything. Better handling of the guns, better rate of fire, more armor, the whole package. So I just need to give ground and I decided to just rely on my concealment in order to avoid the damage. It looks like that enemy cruiser that was in the center of the map is sort of pulling back. I don't want him to pull back. I want to kill him. So I'm going to continue going after him. And of course, I do a call out. It's very good that you call out. It lets people know sort of what you would tend to do. I try to do it every kill. Keep the team focused on the objective. Take out low health targets. I come around the island and I detect him. My concealment is just slightly better than his. And I'm going to try to elevate the gun slightly, just slightly. He's gaining a little bit of ground, and I'm looking for citadels. Now, I sort of was behind the target with that shot, but this shot looks like it could be better. Maybe not that much. By the way, there's an Izimo on my left flank. The island is the only thing protecting me from that Izimo. I decide to drop the speed so I don't come out right in front of the Izimo. That would be really, really bad. Ooh, nice. We get a citadel on our last salvo. The enemy cruiser is defeated. We still have smoke. Most people would have said, Notser, you need to use smoke more often. I'm very greedy. I should probably use smoke more often, but now that I still have smoke, I can use it against this Izimo, sit right out front. Someone was capturing, and it is indeed the Neptune. So I decide to fire my gun. Maybe I should have dropped my smoke. In fact, I think I should have. It forces the enemy Neptune to use the smoke, and he does return fire. Especially knowing that I could assist in the capture of this base. Since I was nicked, it gets reset back to 30 seconds. The better play here would definitely have been getting the capture point, smoke, fire from the capture point, but still progress the capture. And instead, I end up using it probably 30 seconds too late. It's just one of those things. The enemy Izimo is preoccupied probably by that pink cruiser. The pink cruiser that is angled perfectly, so a broadside's going to one-shot him. Yeah, the Izimo definitely wants to kill him. And I definitely want to work on the Izimo, since the Neptune is a target I can't engage. So I sort of drifted outside of the smoke. I don't know why I drifted. There wasn't really a good excuse there. But I'm going to basically leave B point instead of fully capturing it. This entire process from the time that I killed that cruiser to now has honestly been a mistake. You should have just played it correctly, Notser. Go for the capture point, sit in it, use your smoke, fire on the battleship that is clearly visible. Don't do anything special. Capture B for your team. Continue putting pressure on the enemy team to do something. That's how you should have played it, Notser. But at least I know what I'm supposed to do, and I can explain to you what I think should have happened. You can disagree. I think everyone will agree that that's really the most important thing, is getting the base first, and then worrying about everything else. The enemy team captures A point. Get B. Should have gotten B before. Sorry, guys. Enemy Izimo is not in line of sight. I'm actually being spotted by an aircraft over his ship or the battleship behind, and we don't get to benefit from the aim assist whenever you have a target selected. And one of those targets behind him is a Bismarck. Boy, this is dangerous. There is not 1, 2, 3, but 4 ships in at A. And I'm the only one over here. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Hopefully, and I was hoping that the Bismarck would make a mistake, just sail out in front of my torpedoes. The single launch torpedo is great for sending behind an island. You really only want to use the more standard narrow spread if you were at point blank range. There's no delay to that. So I have to duck, dodge, and dive for 10 seconds before my smoke comes up. And oh boy, do I just want to live. Please, I want to live. Don't kill me. Get as thin as I can. The Bismarck secondaries are going off. I know I'm going to have smoke, so I drop the speed, and I'm going to turn to bring all guns to bear. And he's probably going, oh, great. I'm going to have to take a lot of damage while out in the open. We do have a battleship that has pushed forward. There's also a destroyer. Granted, he's not going to want to show himself, but I do have support around the area, and that is the best thing I could ask for against 4. And this is just a terrible angle. AP against a target like that is not ideal. And look at what he's doing. He's trying to gain ground so he can use his hydroacoustic. And I'm screaming in the microphone, kill him! Kill him! He's the one who's spotting me! And all I care about doing is killing him. Oh, he's showing a broadside. Get the kill. Kill secure. Hydro is now gone. And there's about 1.5 kilometers between my ship and auto detection on this arpeggio. I try and get as much distance as I can. He's sort of going slowly into the smoke. Where is he? Probably has defensive fire. If I had to guess, he would have definitely detected me if he had hydroacoustic, but he's showing a perfect broadside. I mean, dude, you can't show perfect broadside against AP. You're just going to get punished. And he tried to send his torpedoes, but I wasn't in it. For all intents and purposes, I was outside of the smoke. If there was an aircraft in the area, I would have been spotted. Thankfully, there wasn't. And I could do damage while not really giving away my position. Just too much distance to cover. And now the Izumo's showing a perfect broadside. A scenario where it looked really dire has changed to be one of absolute power for me and my team. The teammates showed up right when we needed them, and are they going to ram each other? Are they? Is Christmas gonna ram? Yes, the holiday camo is gonna ram. That holiday camo is from, what, 2 years now? 2016 New Year? And we're about to hit 2017. I'm actually using the 2017 free XP camo. I did not know that's all it did. I thought it was like 200% XP, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. It's definitely nice if you're trying to get the Missouri or getting free XP so you can skip over terrible stock configurations like the Pensacola. Oh, it's so terrible stock. Enemy Neptune's trying to gain ground. He has no interest in fighting me. He just wants the game to end and survive. But, ooh, he takes a big shot. He's also pulled a Notser, and I believe he's Brazilian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get right on top of him. He has a great big heel, which the tiers 8, 9, and 10 of the British cruiser line do have, so their health is going to spike more than any in the game. It's just the way it works. And, oh man, this is just not a good day for him. It's great for me and my team, but it's terrible for him, and eventually he does have smoke. He probably was on cooldown. He should have definitely used it when he slammed to the island, but for whatever reason, probably cooldown, I'm hoping it's cooldown, he didn't. Now, smoke is a big deal, unless you have the perfect counter for it, which is hydroacoustic, or radar, and either a combination of me or someone close by is using the perfect counter for smoke. 7.5, 6.5, it seems astronomical how much room we have to detect the enemy. And I'm just looking, it's a Montana, so yes, it was me. I'm the only one who could have provided that. I didn't know that their hydro was that good, but there's nothing else. There's nobody who could do it. Shimakaze doesn't have anything. There was no aircraft overhead. It looked like he was in smoke, so. But the game was great. 4 kills, base defense captured, over 107,000 points of damage done. This ship is just more of the same for the British cruiser line. If you know how to play the Fiji, the Emerald, the Leander, you'll know how to play this ship. I've definitely come around on the British cruiser line. I'm definitely enjoying them. We got 4 kills, 2,401 base XP. Most of that's probably in base defense and capturing and objective play, but I don't care. All my damage is in AP. Not a big surprise. Torpedoes never hit. Very rarely we were in secondary range. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.